Hey guys, I just got back from lunch and I've been out on some errands this morning, and wow, did I miss a big announcement. So I just wanted to do a little watch along with you guys here. Nano Banana Pro is out. Let's do a little live reaction and live response to Google's launch video.
This is your new creative partner, Nano Banana Pro, from Google, built on Gemini 3. Gemini 3 understands your world. So with Nano Banana Pro, you can reflect it, bend it, reimagine it. Take the complex and make it clear with detailed infographics, intricate diagrams, and text in any style you choose.
That would be nice. Pausing it real quick. I've done some text prompting in Nano Banana before, and it can be hard. I mean, working with food, sometimes you're wanting to get a certain product's name on there. Like, if you're talking like a candy bar, like think of like a Hershey's bar, right? It's got that Hershey's logo embossed on it. It can be hard to get that text to look right. So if it has better capabilities with text, that just enables more opportunities for us. Cool to see where it's going.
You can give your imagination shape and form. Craft a brand, visualize it, and then see it everywhere.
So kind of like the next step of their, I guess, what I might call like persistent images, persistent subjects, where you can just keep the subject persistent throughout a variety of media's, media's right. But not, they're focusing a lot on text so far.
And when you want to tell a story, Google's Nano Banana Pro gives you control across color, focus, and lighting.
Ooh.
In vivid 4K.
I'm curious how that's happening on the back end. I know with Nano Banana, I haven't been able to do those things. I don't know if they're just doing some fun, flashy demo, or if there's some feature in there where you can modify the colors and the focus and the settings directly within the tool. If that's a capability, that will be next level. The capabilities are endless with that.
In every aspect ratio, and with every image securely watermarked. Nano Banana Pro, for your next idea that starts anywhere and ends.
I do see here too, like normally with Nano Banana images, you have that little Gemini image watermark in the bottom, which is kind of frustrating. I mean, you can, anyone who knows how to do Photoshop, you can kind of pull it out or crop it out. But none of these images are showing that. And they're talking about there's a watermark still in these images. So hopefully it's something in the metadata, something behind the scenes. If that's there, it would be really awesome too, because they've taken kind of some feedback. I mean, most brands who are doing image generation don't want somebody else's watermark on their product.
Ends wherever you take it.
Okay, maybe let's take a look. Let's go to deepmind.google.com. Let's double check that. deepmind.google/Gemini image. Let's go to deepmind.com/Google/Gemini image. Okay. Let's double check. Yeah, that's right. Gemini image. Okay, build with Gemini image or try in Gemini. Well, let's try it. I've done in Gemini before, but Gemini image. Okay, so you want a paid API key to access Nano Banana Pro. Okay, so this is, I guess this tool is functioning off of the API key billing, so you're not getting maybe the free capability here. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll try this again in a second, and we'll play around a little more with it. So real quick, while this is verifying, you were able to see actually on the screen that you get $300 in free credit if you haven't set up your Google AI cloud account before. I've done it before on different accounts, but not on this business account yet. So that we're getting access to those $300 in free credits, which in my experience, having generated thousands of images in Nano Banana, I never ran through that credit yet. So I think we'll be okay here. Okay, so I've done all that API key creation, make sure my account is linked, the projects are linked properly. I'm sure there's plenty of tutorials out there on that, so I won't show that here. But now, as I'm looking at it, I'm seeing Nano Banana Pro is only available for paid tier users, so link a paid API key to access a higher rate limits, advanced features, and more. Well, I want those advanced features, so let me go ahead and link my key. I'll skip that part because I'll blur it out on the screen because I don't want you guys to see my keys, even though they're kind of blurred out. Just keep them safe. Okay, so what should we make? I mean, where to start? Let's see, we're seeing create a fashion product collage on a brown corkboard based on this outfit. That's kind of cool. Create an orthographic blueprint that describes this building in plan. Okay. Create an illustrated explainer detailing the physics of fluid dynamics. Okay, that's kind of cool. So, I mean, Nano Banana Pro. Let's see, generate an image of a banana wearing a costume. I mean, well, let's think. So, I mean, before just recently I had some things where I wanted to create images for YouTube. And so perhaps we can upload a file. Sure, we'll upload it here, probably to Google Drive, I'm assuming. Upload a file. Okay, just wanted me to sign in. Let's go over here and go into some B-roll, some images, and then let's go into the project management triangle. Okay. Cool, I do have the rights to use this, that's all right. Okay, start typing in a prompt. I have whisper flow too, so I'm actually just gonna talk to it instead of typing it. It'll go a little faster. But let's think. Maybe let's say, let's just do something simple to start. No, you know what? Let's do something fun, okay? So we've got this. Let's do something fun to start. I've got this project management graphic that I made. If you've heard of the project management trial from my latest video, I'll link that at the end of this one. So make sure you go watch it if you haven't already. But in here, it's talking about the speed, quality, and cost triangle where you can only really have two of the options at a time. Pretty much you just pick one of the three sides of the triangle that you want. But I think that could be kind of really cool to throw in, and let's see if it can preserve my style and my typography, but throw it into like a 3D environment. So let's see if that can do that. Okay, acting as an expert 3D animation artist, create a 3D rendering of this project management triangle graphic. That at each point of the triangle, we see the word at the top of the point, speed. At the bottom right point, we see the word quality. And at the bottom left point of the triangle, we see the word cost. But go ahead and make it a 3D image in a desert landscape, kind of like the pyramids of Giza. And let's make sure that we still have this stylized underline under each word, and that the visual aesthetic and color palette matches the colors in this image, which are this dark azure gray color for the text, this neutral background color, and this golden color for the underlines and for the pyramid. Let's see where that gets us. Okay, and if you haven't used Whisperflow before, it's amazing. Look at that. It just made it all really nice. Hopefully that's formatted nicely in a way that Nano Banana Pro understands, but we'll see how long that takes us to get this image. I mean, so far it's only been a number of seconds, so we'll see how this goes. Let's see, and I see over here, while we're waiting, maybe we can look. I see aspect ratios here to auto. I'll be curious if we can change that after the fact, kind of how they were showing. Okay, so we've got this. Okay, so it kind of overlaid it. I do really like, I wish there wasn't this pyramid in the background, but I do like it took my text and made it 3D. And it looks like it matched my font, actually. It actually imported the proper font, and it made that little triangle 3D. You can see the shading along the edges underneath here. You can see the light sources coming from the right side, which actually matches the background as well, which is really cool. Honestly, for a first try, not too bad. I'm curious what happens if I change this. Okay, so it's not changing it there. What about, like, okay, branch from here. Let's try this, okay? branch from here. Okay, so that takes it from the original conversation and says that I want to open it up in a new chat, perhaps? Okay, yeah, so it opens it up into a new chat based off of this image now as the default. That's kind of cool. I haven't worked in Google AI Studio for prompt engineering before. I've worked usually directly in Gemini or through an API key into a custom integration. But ultimately, this is pretty fun. If you haven't taken a look already, I'd encourage you to take some time and play around with it. I'm sure there's a lot of cool things we can get from this, but ultimately, I'm excited. I'm excited. Nano Banana kind of changed the game when they first came out. Photoshop started implementing them directly into Photoshop alongside some Flux models. It made some things possible that would have been impossible just a number of weeks before Nano Banana came out. So I'm sure Pro will do the same for us, but we'll have to test out the limitations of it and see where it takes us. Cool. But thanks for joining, and I'll talk to you guys later.